Hey, how's it going? My name's Nate Savage, and I want to give you a quick rundown or primer on the natural minor scale. Now, if you're a beginner guitar player, or if you've been playing for a while and you're kind of approaching that intermediate level, and you've already learned your major pentatonic, minor pentatonic, blues scale, and maybe even your major scale, this is a great next step to take to kind of start to get more into modal scales and just expand your scale library too. So in this lesson, I'm going to give you a quick example, two examples actually, of how to build the natural minor scale, and a short little 1-octave scale shape that you can use to start getting familiar with the sound of the scale. I also have a jam track for you that's just a straight groove over a C minor chord to make learning this fun. There are a couple of ways you can think about building a natural minor scale, or the Aeolian mode, the 6th mode of the major scale. And the first way that I like to use is to always go back to the major scale and start there. And we're going to be in the key of C minor for this video, so what we're going to do is start with a C major scale. A C major scale is really easy. There are no sharps or no flats in the key signature. I picked that for that reason, so we have a really simple starting point. It's just C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then back to C. Now, there's a simple formula that you can follow to alter 3 notes out of any major scale to turn it into a natural minor scale. All you have to do is take those 3 notes and lower them by 1/2 step each. Those notes are the 3rd, 6th, and 7th notes. So those 3 notes in the key of C major, the 3rd would be E, the 6th would be A, and the 7th would be B. So what we're going to do is take all those notes, those 3 notes, and lower them by 1/2 step each. So we end up with E flat, A flat, and B flat. That means that you spell a C natural minor scale, C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, and then back to C. And this works with any major scale. You can turn any major scale into a natural minor scale. Let me just give you a really quick example. Check it out. This is a C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. If we take the 3rd, 6th, and 7th notes and just lower them by 1 fret, we end up with the C minor scale, C natural minor. So just say that over and over again, 3, 6, and 7, 3, 6, and 7, and you will have a way to create the natural minor scale memorized. Now there is another way that I want to show you. If you're familiar with the major scale formula, it's just whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Now, you can think about creating a natural minor scale in this way too, just taking the natural minor scale formula with whole steps and half steps. That formula is whole, half, whole, half, whole, whole. So if we start on a C note and just apply that formula, this is C, whole, half, whole, half, whole, whole. You end up with the exact same notes, C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, and back to C. Now, if you want to take a more modal approach to this, you could think about just starting on the 6th scale degree of the relative major scale. Now, the relative major scale of C minor is E flat major, and it has the exact same notes as the key of C minor, C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, back to C if you're in C minor. But if you start on that E flat, you're going to be in E flat major playing the exact same notes. So an easy way to think about this is if you have your minor scale, the relative major can be found by going to the 3rd scale degree of that minor scale on E flat. If you start on that E flat, you're playing at E flat major. Pretty cool, right? Now, same thing, only backwards. If you start with an E flat major scale, how do you find the relative minor? And think about the 6th scale degree of that E flat major scale, and that is a C, and that means that we can play a C natural minor scale just by starting on the 6th scale degree of any major scale. Now, this is all well and good to understand how the natural minor scale is made, but it doesn't do you much good unless you have a sound to put with it. So for the rest of this lesson, I just want to teach you a quick 1-octave shape that you can use to start experimenting with your natural minor scale. I'm going to call this the 6-1 minor scale shape because our lowest root note is on the 6th string, the C note right here, on the 8th fret, and I'm playing it with my 1st finger, so the 6-1 shape. And this is a pretty easy shape. It's only 7 notes, and the pattern on the E and A strings are the exact same, so it's really easy to memorize quickly. So, 1st finger, 8th fret, 3rd finger, 10th, 4th finger, 11th. And that's your basic shape you're going to use for most of this scale. So play those 3 notes in sequence. It's a really good idea to try and say the scale degrees out loud if you can. So 1, 2, lower 3rd. Or you can think about it starting from the 6th, scale degree of the major scale and play 6, 7, 1. And the next string over, the A, like I said, is the exact same pattern or shape. So just 1, 3, 4 on the 8th, 10th, and 11th frets. That's pretty easy. That'll cut down on the memorization for you. So just work on going up the scale. And then the next string over is kind of the same shape, at least for this octave. You're just going to play 1 and 3 on the 8th and 10th frets. And that puts us back at a C note right there, so that's a 1 octave scale. And again, you can think about this starting from the 1 and modifying the notes in the major scale. So 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6 or lowered 6, lowered 7th, 1. Or you can think about it as starting from the 6th note of a major scale. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if this is new to you, just take this one step at a time. You have to start somewhere. You may not be making up the best solos, but just get familiar with the scale and start experimenting with it. To help you with this, I want to pull up the jam track right now. This is just a straight groove over a C minor chord. So it's really a C minor 7 chord, C minor chord. So just start experimenting with the scale. Start on the roots. If you're a beginner or just new to the natural minor scale, this is a great place to start. First of all, just focus on understanding how the scale is made, and then just pull up the jam track or get a friend to play, in this case, a C minor chord for you, and just jam over, experiment with the scale. If you'd like to see the full series on natural minor scales, you can check out the link in the description below the video. And remember, with clear goals and consistent practice, you will see progress in your playing. I'll see you later.